Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namcraft. Welcome to the third set in the encounter between Ssak and Rain, a previous ASL champion versus a very strong Terran player. 2 games so far. If you've not seen the results, please go ahead and watch the games. I will say them now. 1 game in favor of Rain, 1 game in favor of Ssak. These guys are training hard for the upcoming SSL, the preliminary qualifiers of which I will be casting this weekend, so look forward to that on Namcraft channel. But I will be casting it with a very crappy mic because I will be traveling and trying to make some money to it. If you want to help me, just buy me coffee so I can just stay at home and cast Starcraft all day. I don't have to make any money or do anything else. But for the time being, I need to feed a lot of people. A lot of mouths. So that's gonna be the situation. We're gonna be having this game played out on the map Deja Vu. This is what the map looks like. And let me just quickly show you the win rate. So we will have on Deja Vu for Terran players 55.4% win rate out of 455 games. So Deja Vu is very Terran flavored, although not by much, just a little bit here. So let's see how Rain would deal with it. Now, we've seen in the previous game that Rain is a very classical player. He's not the kind of, mass shuttle, mass high templars, mass everything, dropping from the sky, bam, 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 like Mini. Nor is he a maestro of Reaver control like Snow. He's just like a Reach. He's like Reach of 2025, which is basically a lot of Dragoons, Observers, A move, bam. Or maybe he will mix in with some arbiters. I mean, that is his playstyle. Very solid, very standard, very predictable, and it might play against him in the upcoming battles. Anyways, this time around, we're going to be seeing a gateway and core opening now coming from Rain. That is nice. His opponent is located very close to him, so he can apply a bit of pressure. But looking at it, looks like Ssak is going to quickly expand with his money here. And Rain, he will, I hope he will make a Dragoon and not a Zealot. Or I guess maybe a Zealot would work also, but we shall see. Depending on where he's at, he will go for the first Dragoon though. If he goes to the wrong location, well, it doesn't really serve any kind of purpose. But anyways, yeah, back to this game. Yep, indeed, there's gonna be a Dragoon getting made, and behind this, we shall see Ssak going for a bunker just to be safe. And yeah, the game will progress from here. Let me once again remind you of the ELO situation this week. So here are the top 10 players in broodwar. There they are. And you can see that they don't have these players on that screen at all. And if you want to talk about the accomplishment of the players in this game overall, here they are. Maybe let's just quickly show you here. Nope, we don't have Rain nor Ssak on it. Yeah, sure, let's take a look at this, right? So we are going to be looking at the 19th edition of ASL/SSL. In the previous 18 editions, Flash has won 4 times, Soki 3 times, Queen 2 times, and then we have Mini and Rain each with 1 time, and we even have Shadow there just for laughs. But yeah, well, let's see if there's gonna be a Protoss player that win in the upcoming battles or not. I hope yes. Anyways, next is coming up. Where's the Dragoon? There's no Dragoon. There's a Dragoon. I was not paying attention. This Dragoon will be able to chase the SCV away, I hope. Yes, it will. And yes, and does he turn around? He continues to go and scout. He want to confirm there's a Nexus, and how late is that Nexus? He sees it and he now knows the timing. So that is going to be the end of that. The Dragoon's going to stay back because there could possibly be a Vulture because his scouting probe is very late. But as you can see, Ssak is enjoying his nice expansion. He's feeling very comfortable. Marine coming out, just trying to snipe that probe here. This is Deja Vu, so if we can actually gain the high ground, the probe will not have the vision advantage. Wow, this is very ambitious from Ssak to go that far out, given the fact that his factory is not yet even done. But he's banking the fact that his enemy doesn't know about the presence of the early command center. Behind this, we have core upgraded, as well as Robo, so things are looking very standard for both of these 3. Dragoons arrived now. Dragoon range is only about 80%, and he will check the expansion. He sees it. He will be very hard pressed to find that he's behind economically, but at least he knows that in terms of information, he's got his surprises along the way. And do we see triple gateway once again? Because Rain loves to go for triple gateway with Robo and Observatory, and it's really predictable. But maybe he's just training. I mean, right, when players are getting ready for the tournament, sometimes they go for one build and they just repeatedly do the same thing over and over. right? Until they master that build, and then they will try a different build, and they will just practice it over and over and over. Maybe this is what Rain is doing. Anyway, Dragoon's gonna start attacking now, and we will have the first unit coming through. That's going to be a tank. Excuse me. Anyhow, there's going to be a quick expansion coming up for Rain. He's waiting for it. The tank has arrived. The first hit has been taken against this Dragoon. He backs down 55 out of 80 health. The second Dragoon gets taken. There's going to be a slight attempt by Rain to snipe that tank, but impossible to do so. And one of his Dragoon is very damaged. Behind this, he needs to take his expansion right now. If he doesn't want to be behind economically, he's got the money for it. Go for the expansion, dude. You have so much money. Go for the expansion. He puts on expansion now a little bit late, but still it's fine. And it's gonna be Robo coming up, and once again a nice scan by Ssak to see just the Robo and nothing else. But he see 2 gateway, so he's gotta be very careful, because when the Protoss player goes for 2 gateway, there could be a lot of possibility, one of which is Shadow and Reverse. The other possibility is a quick expansion, and this is gonna be quick expansion this time around, but of course Ssak doesn't know it. Does he go for defensive posture? He's gonna be going for dropship. Interesting. And wait, what is this? Gonna be an engine bay or an armory? That's gonna be an armory. That's a strange place to put your armory, as well as a more supply depot. But yeah, you know, with the way that it looks, there could be a potential for dropping it. Observer's gotta have to spot the dropship. It spots the dropship very quickly, and what is going to be the reaction from the side of Rain? He's gotta return right now. Where's his Dragoons? He's returning, and looks like there's a drive now. There's gonna be a scan. He will see this one single Dragoon. What is this? He need to block it perfectly. The probes need to run. He's gonna land. Dragoons need to start attack now, and there's gonna be a nice pylon block. Does he get the dropship? The dropship is not destroyed. There's gonna be some mines getting laid here, but that vulture will not be able to do maybe one more hit, and that's it. There's gonna be some vultures coming out on the side of the map, but for the timing, looks like we do have good coverage. The vultures will get trapped. Oh my god, there's so many mines exploding. It's gonna be super careful. These vultures will not be able to leave the area. And probes will have to wait in the process. There's got to be some observers coming out. This dropship will get repaired, and more stuff will come through. But where are the observers? You went for observers. Yes, there they are. He's very slow. He's very slow to get his observer. Now he's going to be able to clear the mines, and probes will get down south. There might be some more vultures run by. This is the reason why these Dragoons are hanging out here, so that vultures cannot get any kind of run by done. And it looks like he's going to try to check the front door, and he will get through the front door. Need to block now. The block is successful, and this vulture will get trapped. Very nice last minute block there, excuse me, from Rain. So he's gonna be able to clear out the situation. Nicely done. What is the situation right now? 7 minutes and 50 seconds again. This dropship has got what inside the cargo? Double tanks, and it can actually go where? There's a lot of location it can go to, but possibly he might be shouting from outside or what? I'm not so sure, because double tanks and nothing else to support. It's gonna be hard here. There's gonna be some cannons at the various location, so there's gonna be a time bomb here ticking. It's gonna be impossible, I think, you know, for his unit to get out there, but he might be shelling from the other side. Maybe that is going to be the intention. He will shell from here. There's already some Dragoons standing out. There's no ledge or anything like that, so these tanks will be shelling from very far out, and there will be some shadow at some point in the future, but cannons coming up. So I think for the time being, Rain is feeling very safe. This SCV is going to come out to try to expand, yeah, some vultures trying to go through here, but they get completely trapped. Dragoons attacking. Dragoons need to come out here to attack, and indeed he will get this vulture. These tanks will just get the pylon, and that's it. They will unsiege and just go home. They will get picked up by the dropship, and they will leave the area behind this. You know, things are looking very standard. More cannons coming through, so Rain has been secure. So playing drop against Rain is like, you know, trying to put a knife into a block of concrete, because Rain is such a solid defensive player. He's not a crazy guy like Mini, or like, you know, a kind of almost hot-headed aggressive dude like Snow. He's very meticulous, very classical, very orthodox in his build, and this is the reason why when you play against Rain, you just need to be greedy. I think the way to play against Rain, as any player, any race, is to be super greedy, take expansions, and that's it. Anyways, Vulture's gonna try to get on high ground now, but they will get trapped. Very nice. His command center will go up. These tanks will try to siege themselves. We're looking at a 9-minute, almost a 10-minute mark of the game, and Rain is about 10 supply more than his enemy. For the timing, this observer sees things. Rain might be looking to attack. And once again, as you can see, Rain is a very classical player. He goes for only Dragoons. He doesn't like to go for Shadow. He doesn't like to go for crazy stuff, just Dragoons. Sometimes he go for Shadow for sure, but not usually. What exactly is happening? Oh my god, some crazy attack here, but now these tanks we need to unsiege and go towards the other side. Observer has arrived to see the area. Tanks will be shelling from the other side, but these vultures would die very, very quickly. Is he gonna try to engage or not? Looks like he's gonna eat up the mine though. He will clear the minefield. So lucky. So lucky by Rain. It's gonna be a nice scan. The vulture would try to get on the high ground, but that vulture is gonna get sniped. So both players are gonna transition themselves into the late game now. The Terran player has got +1 weapon as he's getting transferred there. Some nice scan, and Protoss player has 0. Alright, we are looking at the next part of the game. Vulture's trying to go for a run by. There's a lot of Zealot to block this area, as well as a Dragoon to hang out and to stop these Vultures from doing damages. These Dragoons gotta be super careful. There's gotta be an Observer coming through to check here. But Rain, is he transitioning into Arbiter? Like the previous game, he's going mainly just Shadow and Zealot and Dragoons. As you can see, this is the way that a League of Legends player play, you know. He doesn't really like to get into the intricacy of Starcraft. He doesn't like to go for Temptor strategy. Just very basic bread and butter Starcraft. Which is fine, but if you know the playstyle of such a player, you can exploit it easily. Anyways, there's gonna be some cannons coming through to provide some cover here, but these vultures will clear so many probes in the process. But yeah, that's gonna be the end now. So these probes will get sent back to gas. Oh, come on, send your probes back to gas, man. This is the basic freaking goddamn like skill, survival skill. Send your probes back to the gas line. He is not doing that. I don't know. Well, I guess he's not going for High Templars a lot anyways, but he does research High Templar Storms and goes for some of those units. So come on, Rain, remember you have an extractor here. This is such a basic mistake, and make some gateways in the process. And probes getting caught in the actions. There is gonna be a single attack here. Dragoons will try to clear those vultures out. But yeah, that was good damage done. And now Rain is still ahead by about 40 supply. But he, come on! Put your units on the gas! As you can see, his APM is 270, which is very standard for a player who doesn't play StarCraft much. But let's not be disappointed. Let's not be disgraced just yet, because Rain is training. He's slowly getting back to his StarCraft mode. He's gonna attack now, and that's a mistake, I think, or maybe, I don't know. Zelle started to walk into the minefield. Look at how evenly spread out are the tank. Crazy spread out of forces, and we will have Storm coming from all sides. This is the beautiful Storm we expect from a good Protoss player, but it's a bit too late. He needed to Storm before the Dragoons lose all of their lives, but Zelle coming through and doing good splash damage. But these tanks on the right side are spreading out very nicely here. These High Templars need to back down and maybe morph into something else in the future. But anyways, those High Templars will be able to go home. Send them all home, and don't even put them into the shadow. Why you put them in the shadow? They cannot be used anymore. But anyways, yeah, you see, a player like Snow and Mini would be able to make a lot of gateways right now, but Rain is not making it. And this is a problem when you play against Terran players nowadays. As a Protoss player, you need to be making your second base full of gateways. Second area, not really a base, but like areas, right? Because you need that to have some flexibility in production sources. When the Terran player decide to move out with a heavily upgraded mech army, you can, kind of flank them from the back, try to delay buy time by, making forces from your second production facilities. Anyways, we're at the 30-minute and 30-second of the game, and it's still going on very strong for both of these players. Oh my god, that unit is going to get destroyed. The probe's going to be hiding in the corner. Some Dragoons coming out, and Vulture's going to get on high ground, but there are some cannons. As well as the Dark Templars, so that Vulture will be, completely useless. Very nice. 30 supply difference between these two players, between Ssak and Rain. He will come out here and expand 3 base Terran versus 1, 2, 3, 4 base Protoss. In terms of gateway production, we have 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, as well as stasis being researched, and the first arbiters of the game. As you can see, there's gonna be a Shadow getting sniped. The Shadow's got Hydra base inside. He will be able to cast some Storm. Nice Storm! He will clear at least 1 tank. He does get the Science Vessels, not yet. He will pick up those High Templars and go and hide it. Well, go back into hiding once again, but these High Templars are very nicely placed. They need to go home and just recuperate their energy. You see, Rain is such a classical player. He keeps all of his High Templars and put them back into the shadows. Whereas the players, the modern Protoss player, was just immediately morph them into Archon right after the Storm, like so fast. Anyways, nice sieging from the low ground here, and Rain's gonna back up And Vulture's gonna try to come out and snipe those items. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3, he gets... No, he doesn't get the 4th one, but now Great Storm, the shadow's coming through. What is inside? Nothing, just gonna be a dead shadow. But this engineer bay is blocking very nicely. Zelle being a good time, but Protoss with the high ground advantage is doing good damage as well. But this engineer bay is a thorn in the eye, man. You need to get destroyed. And as you can see, Rain is only ahead by about 10 supply now. Not so good, if you ask me. This high triple is exhausted. No, it's got some energy. It's got some energy. Tanks moving forward, and high triple is gonna get sniped. Very, very unfortunate. Next wave of Protoss army coming through. But where's the Arbiter? Where is the Arbiter? Looks like Terran's gonna try to come out. On this map, Deja Vu, I think it's very hard for Terran to take a fourth base. It's an Arbiter, right? But where's the first Arbiter? There was the first Arbiter somewhere, but it's not anywhere on the radar. I don't see it. Yeah, so where's the 4th base? Looks like this could be the 4th base. He's building it. He might float it over to the center, or he might float it towards this area. But it's, I think why is this map Terran flavored? I don't understand. Because this map should be kind of hard, I think, for Terran to play, considering it's so hard to get the 4th base. But anyways. Alright, looks like it's gonna be the moment for Ssak to press forward with his +2 weapons and +2 armor, heavily upgraded army. And it's gonna be the moment possibly for Rain to assault here. But does Ssak turn around? That's gonna be the question. There's a lot of forces being made here, and there's gonna be a couple of supply depot blocking only, and that supply depot will fall very quickly. No repair at all. A mine being dragged at the last minute. Rain pulls back. I don't know if that's the right decision. He's gonna be losing a lot of forces. These probes, we might have an EMP at some point in the future. I'm not so sure. And indeed, there's gonna be a nice EMP on that Arbiter. There's so much forces, and Rain is coming from the other side. He needs to gain this high ground advantage very soon, though. He comes through. The Vulture's gonna try to support, but if if this area gets cleared out, then Protoss can flank from the back, and Dragoons attacking from the front. It's gonna be a major battle, but one half of the forces not really engaging in the battle. Zelle coming through, and good attack, and he clears out a lot of forces, but Protoss was a little bit synchronized, if you ask me, in the way that they attack, and the army from the main is completely busted. There's some Zealots coming through. Yeah, sure, why not? The tank will unsiege, but reinforcement from the back is looking very good for Ssak. He needs to get this tank destroyed before the next wave comes through. He does get only only 1 tank remaining, and this Arbiter is gonna go and hide on the high ground here. Where's the second gateway production? There it is. But Rain is falling fast in supply. He's got only about 20 supply, less than his enemy. Some Zealot coming through, just trying to go for a mine drag possibly. But it's not going to be the case here. And these Dragoons going to be hiding on the high ground. But he needs to make more forces out of this gateway, and he's going to do that right now. The good thing with Rain is that he's not losing any bases. He loses a base that doesn't have any meaning. That's the only... Okay, nice mine drag into something here, but... Yeah, Ssak is not coming out to snipe bases. He's stuck with what I think he destroyed an extractor here, but that's it. And now he comes out, and Rain need to clear the area right now. He needs to come out. There's gonna be some Dark Templar buying some time here, destroying some mine in the process, which is great. But there's gonna be a science SOC and forces moving towards this other side, and we need to have more production facility coming through. And Rain knows that he needs to get out of this area. He doesn't want to get stuck in here. Command Center is loaded, and now Rain is gonna try to make a choice here, whether he attacks this Command Center or go and try to save the bottom left, excuse me, a single Dark Templar, which is buying a lot of times here. A lot of tanks, and how upgraded are they? +3 weapons and +2 armor. There's gonna be a storm. He's gonna have a double storm. Great storm. One more storm. Go for another storm. He's gonna storm. All of these, nice units, and the tanks are pulling back, but great storm. And what is Rain's next move? He needs to either attack or save the area. He decides to attack, and these probes will be completely destroyed here. Will come through, but reinforcement from Ssak is not coming. Reinforcement is not visible on the radar. At least we will have a nice Zealot dragging the mine somewhere, but attack is not enough. Good stasis, so only 1 siege tank, 2 siege tanks, 3 siege tanks, and these probes will get completely destroyed in the process. Attack now. He's not attacking. Where's the reinforcement? There's reinforcement. No, they're not reinforcement. They are just SCVs. But anyways, these tanks will fall out now, which is great. The Vulture is going to try to get on high ground, but this probes is going to get saturated. But yeah, looks like Ssak is going to be able to have his new base mining here. Very, very nicely done for Ssak. Okay, what happens? A distance mining for Rain. Yeah, interesting, because Rain is not really mining efficiently. He's fighting on to put some more probes back onto this line, but he doesn't have enough gas. He doesn't have enough minerals. Some Zelle coming through. You know what? I feel like there was a moment for Rain to attack this base in the middle of the map, but he did not do it. He decided to save his other base instead, and that was that was understandable as a decision. But there is gonna be just a lot of vultures coming to snipe, you know, zealots, because they're not protected by dragoons. But now there's gonna be some nice attack. Oh my god, what an insane mine explosion. But Ssak with about 20 supply advantage compared to his enemy now. I feel like the end might be soon here, because there's not a lot of things left for Rain to do. He needs to do some sick attack. Does he have even arbiters? He doesn't even have arbiters. He's mining very poorly. He's got very few probes. He needs to send more probes towards the expansion. And this base is gonna resaturate itself, I guess. Yeah, you can see he's not really a broodwar player. He's not efficiently putting probes in the various bases. It's gonna be a nice attack. This arbiters doesn't have the full energy. He's attacking now. But it looks like this is gonna be possibly one of the final battles. If the Zealot cannot get the job done and there's no support from the Dragoons, the game could possibly gonna end now. Looks like all of the Zealots have fallen, and I fear that things are gonna be looking not so well for Protoss ASL champion here. He's got a lot of work to do before the next ASL is gonna be losing this base, and reinforcement is really far out. His Nexus forces on the high ground is not able to reinforce, and Rain is about 30 to 40 supply between his enemies. He's gonna try to wage a huge counter attack here. If he can get the mine to drag into the SV, it might work. He's gonna try to do that. He does get some shot, but the tanks in the back destroy the rest of his Dragoons. A GG from Rain. The second game was won by Ssak. The third game also was won by Ssak. If you enjoyed this game, feel free to buy me coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description, as well as subscribe to my alternative channel, broodwar. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.